you from Grays Lake, Illinois. We're at McCrae Farm, a French classical training facility. And here I have my horse Saturanino. He's 19 months old and just started his big boy official training. Last week we did a little work in hand on the wall. This week I'm going to show you the starting of lunging and some work in hand on the square. You can see I've got the lunge line passed through the bit. What that does, it starts to give him a little idea about where his little...
Except where he's eating it.
It helps put the nose down, and we want horses on the bit even though they're babies. So I'm going to go in the middle here, start a little lunging. I'm going to keep it very brief because he's young and we don't want to do a lot of lunging when they're young. So this is week 2 of filming and his big boy training. So I'm going to stop and he's going to move away from me. I hold my lunge line so it's not going to get tangled or caught up. I want him to move away. I just move my whip. And this is what you want. He's not afraid of the whip, but yet he's responding. He's going away from the whip. And we have a nice calm walk. And then we go for a little trot. I do a little click with the tongue. If no response, I do a little touch with my whip. And this is kind of normal here. He's like, oh, what's going on? I stay in one spot. I move my whip. And everything is fun when you're a baby. Right now, he likes to play tug. It's okay. So, one of the most important assets to a trainer is 2 things: patience and a sense of humor. Never take anything too seriously. All right, so he's going to settle down in a moment. Right now, he's doing a beautiful unauthorized canter. Just going to give him a little whistle, lower my energy. Lock. Yeah. Now we're in trotting. I'm not going to get on his case. I'm just going to wait for him. I might bring the circle in smaller so that he trots on his own. You can see how athletic he is. This is a bullfighting breed. And you want an athletic horse when you're fighting the bulls. Okay, we go back to our circle. I'm going to move my whip. Bala, bala. We're going to get back towards our original spot. That's my boy. That's my boy.
kind of letting his own excitement be his thing, not yours.
Yeah. He's been in for 2 days because of the weather, so he's fresh. That's my boy. That's my boy. And if you look at his mouth, he's chewing, which is fantastic. You ever see a tense horse, a tense person, they clench their jaw. This is about the most untense horse I've met. That's my good boy. What a good boy you are. And yes, it's okay that they put their nose down. They're stretching their back. I'm going to give him a little bit bigger circle.
It's funny you say that right now because there's so many people online talking about the stretching, you know, horses sticking their nose down so long.
Something for truffle, not the chocolate. Ah. Ah. Whoa. There, my boy. Okay, now we're going to see what we have on the other side.
And you do that because
We work both sides. The horse is like a trained dancer. They need to be able to do whatever they do on the right, they do to the left. And good boy. Good. That's my man. Good boy.
so what is the purpose of lunging?
Well, there's a lot of things with lunging. It teaches the horse how to quietly carry himself. First of all, we want him on the bit. We'll do that at a later date when we can attach a side rein. It's also a safety for the rider. We want any kind of tension out before we put our precious bodies on top. It teaches them to bend. Bending meaning they're looking in the direction they're going. Whoa. Good. Whoa. Whoa. Good boy. And hoe is one of the best things that you can teach a horse. And then we're going to do a little work in hand like we did last session. Work in hand where the horse is walking sideways a little bit. So I take my rein down. So the horse is going to go away from me. Front leg, back leg crossing. He says I'm having great fun with the lunge. So let's just remove the temptation.
He does like to be a little mouthy thing, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
It's okay. Normally I don't put my stuff in the footing, but we're being filmed. All right, so now, front leg, back leg, if I was on top, not now, in a couple of years, this would be called shoulder in.
So he's close to 19 months now.
Yep.
If he was a different breed of horse where everybody thinks they can just jump on them, can you talk a little bit about why you don't just jump on a horse as a baby?
Because the horse's bones, ligaments are not developed yet. The brain is nowhere near where it needs to be to have a human being. If you look at the longevity, if you take care of them, they can go in their 30s. What is the hurry? Wait till they're 4 or 5, and then you have something that's going to be with you forever and stay sound. I'm doing a little pillar. He's moving away from me. That's around. I move the horse, not my feet. Yes. And then all the head stuff, I'm ignoring it. Horses don't respond to punishment. Just give them the rules, and they will start to be solid citizens. But right now, this is pretty normal. With the head thing, I just have my arm there, and it can't do any damage to my body. That's a good, super. All right, so we're gonna call it a day on that.
What a good boy.
And we'll see you next week. So you can see that he's quite festive with his head. Okay, he is a baby horse. He's a colt, meaning he's not castrated. So there's two types of thinking. Smack them around and they'll stop. Well, not really. I prefer to set them up in a situation where, like right now, he's not allowed to come past the invisible line there. So therefore, he's not bashing me in the face. So the thinking is, try as much as you can to set the horse up for success, that you don't offer up your body, that they can put their head and neck and nibble on you. So for me, personally, I don't like to ride them till they're 4 or 5 years old. And to some people, that's a long time to wait. My thinking is that the bones, the ligaments, the tendons all have to grow and get stronger, right? Yes, stronger. And mentally, they're not ready. And if you really take care of a horse, you can have a horse in the 30s. So it's better to wait and put the extra work, the lunging, the long reining, and then when you are actually sitting on them, they're good as gold, they're ready to go. Problem solved.